I look at it as like when it was taken away, it shows you how much you really want it. Because I kept working for it. I'm still working out. I'm still training and all this. When to some people, it ain't really nothing to look forward to because
Yeah.
it wasn't a guarantee that I was still going to be able to play. you
Mm.
know. But in my mind, I'm like, it's this is short term. This is not forever. So once I was cleared to play again, I was like a dog off the leash, man. I was ready to go.
What up, everybody, man? You're now watching and listening to a new episode of the Tackle Thursday with JK podcast. I am your host, JK, and I'm all about helping young adults win in life and at life. And I do that by tackling different topics each week on the episode that young adults experience. And today I got a special guest. Today, my guest, he's from the crib, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but he is all the way in Japan. I'm over here. I'm in a different day, yo. It's Wednesday over here. It's Thursday over there. So, we are getting the Thursday, Tackle Thursday. So, really, we are interviewing him on Thursday over there. But, hey, he graduated and balled out at one of the, if not the most popular high school in Fort Lauderdale, Dillard High School, man. If you are a Marshall University fan, he's a former Thunder and Herd Bball player, man. If you are an avid basketball fan, this man been hooping everywhere. The NBA D League, the Florida Basketball Association, Japanese Basketball League, Venezuela, Mexico, Canada, New Zealand, all over. But if you meet, then you know him. Hey, as a childhood friend, grew up playing Little League football, Northwest Broward. I can still remember it today. My boy got the ball, ran up the middle, backed up about 10 yards, turned around, and then ran. My boy backed his way through the hole, turned around, scored a touchdown. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all help me welcome our special guest, Nigel Spikes, man. What up, Nigel?
What's going on, man? Pleasure to be here, man. I'm excited, man. Shoot, that was a crazy introduction.
Hey, nah, man. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you being on the show, dog. It's definitely a sacrifice. Like I say, man, you waking up earlier than you had to just to be on the show. I appreciate you, just making it a priority. Even when we got we put it on pause and then you followed up with me, man, and hit me up. So I appreciate it. And with that being said, man, just I know, growing up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, man, but just kind of like tell me the last year of your life, man. Like just where you been at, where you at right now, man. Let the people know where you at, right? Just like what you've been doing, man.
um, Man, right now I'm in Japan. I'm in to be specific, I'm in Kobe, Japan. I'm out here playing with a team called Kobe Storks. It's pretty cool, man. You know me, I'm always ripping and running, man. This past summer I was in the DR for a little bit playing out there. It was a cool experience. The DR is a nice place. It's very beautiful. And then to for the season for the like the real season for us.
Yeah.
I always find my way back in Japan. And yeah, I've been out here, man. This is my eighth year here. My Japanese ain't all that, but I'm working on it.
Hey,
Now
nah, that's what's up though, bro. So you learning Japanese out there, dog.
yeah, man. I mean, granted, I should have been learned it, but it's a very hard language. For some people, they say it take like 4 years to learn everything, like the actual speaking and like the writing, the characters and all that. So,
Yeah,
now I'm getting me a tutor, and
yeah.
I'll be on a little Duolingo thing. So, I'm trying to pick up another language, man. I want to be fluent here at least by like next year or maybe a little bit after that.
Definitely, man. So, in total, just like how many years professionally, like, have you been playing? Just in all your,
Ooh,
in all, like, just total, man. Because I mean, you graduated
this might be.
'08. Well, you graduated high school '08. Then you went to Marshall. What year you graduated from Marshall? Was it 11?
I graduated Marshall 2013,
13? Okay.
and I didn't get to play right away after I left college. I got real sick, man. I ended up. I had a heart attack when I was getting ready for like the NBA workouts and stuff like that. So I ended up getting real sick and I had to put all that on pause, and I ended up missing that entire year from pretty much like the end of 2013 to 2014. And God got me back right, got my health right, got my mental back right, and I was able to come back into basketball the summer of 2014. And I remember I linked up with once like the doctor cleared me, he told me I was good to go back and play. I linked up with this trainer down in Miami, dude named Stan Remy. I'll never forget it, man. At that time, man, I was broke. I ain't really had much, and I know he was a big time trainer. And I talked to him, told him my situation, man, and he helped me out, man. He let me work out with him, with no charge, and that was one of the best things that ever happened to me, man. He got me my first job in Venezuela, and then ever since then, it's been up, man. But just a quick shout out to him. Thank you, Stan, man. I never forget that, man.
What was his name again? Stan.
Stan Remy. He's a huge trainer in Miami, man. Huge trainer.
That's what's up, man. Well, yeah, that's dope to hear because a lot of times, when you get to a certain level, certain status, sometimes you're like, look, man, hey, I charge what I charge, right? But I think what's a reminder a lot of times is just always knowing where you come from, or always being in the blessing business, right? Because I feel like, shoot, what he did for you, I don't know what he's doing now, but I'm sure he's still being successful, doing great things, right? But I feel like paying it forward to you, blessing you like that, man, continues to allow him to be blessed as well, man. And so that's dope, though, bro. And man, when you think about that, right, coming out of the college, mine on the NBA, you suffer a heart attack out of nowhere, which I didn't know that. Like how mentally, like where did that take you and how did you overcome that? Because I know when you think about it, you dreaming about this moment, you thinking about this moment, you hooping, you're a D1 basketball player, you tall, you got a shot. And that happened. Adversity hits right at the wrong time, seemingly. But how did you handle that, and how did you like get back and conquer that?
I mean, for me in the beginning, it was very tough. But like my family was always there. They was always like keeping my spirits high. I ended up moving to Tennessee with my sister. We was actually in Nashville, and she still lived there. So I mean, I stayed with her for a little bit, and my sister is very like she's very spiritual, so she always was speaking positivity into me, speaking life into me, and she just kept my spirits high. And then when I went back to Fort Lauderdale, to like towards the end of closer to the summertime, just to like meet with the doctors again and get back right. My mom, and my brother, my father, and everybody else, they was there. They just kept my spirits high again. Just kept me motivated and made sure I ain't lose sight of my dream, of the goal.
Yeah.
Once once I was cleared to play, it was just like the gates is opening, like here you go. You right back in. It's like you ain't miss a step. You just gotta prove to the world like, this is what you really want. I mean, I just took from it like, I look at it as like when it was taken away, it shows you how much you really want it. Because I kept working for it. I'm still working out. I'm still training and all this. When to some people, it ain't really nothing to look forward to because it wasn't a guarantee that I was still gonna be able to play. But in my mind, I'm like, this is short term. This is not forever. So once I was cleared to play again, I was like a dog off the leash, man. I was ready to go.
Yeah, nah, man, that's so much. Well, anytime you come to Nashville, bro, and visit your sister, definitely hit me up, bro, so we can
For sure.
link up, bro. And I think one powerful to have a praying family, bro. Not only praying for ourselves, but having people around us praying and speaking life to us and encouraging in our toughest moments. But then also, man, because my podcast targets like young adults, man, and so we young adults will love reaching that top older young adult, right? Getting a little older, but we still young. But at the end of the day, man, what I want, those that listen or watch this, man, just from that point you just said was that you was working when you seen no sign, no guarantee of the opportunity. You were just going by faith. And I think a lot of times, especially like working with Gen Zs and younger, they gotta see it before they work, right? They gotta hey man, I gotta know what you gonna give me if I work hard. Like, no, work hard and see where it leads you. Because if you waiting to see everything, that ain't faith. If you waiting to see everything come to fruition before you work hard, you know what I'm saying? It might be too late or it might never happen for you, man. So that's definitely dope, bro, that you was able to be mentally tough with that, man. And man, just talking about your family, man, we gonna go back to man, growing up in Fort Lauderdale, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how was that? Like, growing up Fort Lauderdale, North Lauderdale, then going to high school, Dillard, like just like how was your upbringing, man? Just growing up, bro.
Man, growing up in Fort Lauderdale is a lovely thing, man. Shoot, I remember us at the Boys and Girls Club at elementary school, man, and it was always fun, man. What's crazy though, since you was a year older than me, you was always better than me in sports. So what the thing was, bro, like me being as a competitor, I would always try to like work hard to like be on y'all level.
Yeah.
Man, you was always good at football.
We had you about one grade, but hey, boy, you grew up and surpassed us all. Cause I'm like, hold on, we playing Dilla. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm like going back when I come back in college. You know what I'm saying? Like my freshman year at MT, I'm coming back. For winter break and stuff. I'm watching. Going like, what? You and Corey? I'm like, wait on the twin. I'm like, the twin towers out there, man. Y'all boy had a cheat code out there, man. But okay then, man. So just growing up, like we had the Boys and Girls Club and just
just trying to keep up with like you and DePriest, man. Y'all was always better than us. But you specifically, you was good in multiple sports though. And I just happened to play football and basketball, and we used to be on the same team and stuff. So I'm like, man, like I got to keep up with it. I'm trying to be just as good as him.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So in football, I mean, football was my first love. Like in my head, I always thought I was going to be in the NFL. I always thought I was going to be a 6'5", 6'4" receiver.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like Moss. I think everybody did. And then as I got a little bit older, once I got to high school, I was still a little bit short, man. My first 2 years, I was around about like 6 foot.
Yeah.
And I tried to play football at Dillard. Granted, like my grades and stuff went together. I had to get my act together. I had to switch all that around. Mm-hmm. And then my summer going into my junior year, like I'm playing football, and like every day I notice like my body's hurting, man. Like my body is like it's aching. And I remember one day, rest in peace to Coach Rock.
Hey,
Coach Rock came to me. He was like, man, you need to be playing basketball. Excuse me. I was like, man, I ain't really, that ain't really my thing like that. He was like, man, I ain't, he wasn't trying to hear that. Coach Rock, he was persistent. So he told me to come meet Coach Burrows, which was the head basketball coach at the time. And I ended up meeting with him, and they brought me in and practice. And they brought me in practice one night. Dillard, we always practice at night. And I remember, Corey, like I said, Corey, our childhood friend, Corey was a star on the team.
Yeah.
So I get into practice, bro. First day, we warm up, and then we did a little split, the guards on one end, the bigs on the other. They give me the ball in the post. Coach was like, all right, let me see what you got. Man, I got the ball. I took like 20 dribbles trying to back this man down. I couldn't go nowhere. No, Corey was not moving. He was a brick wall. And me, I was a pencil. So, and I ain't even had it together. But Yeah, man. That's when I think at that moment, not even it wasn't even at that moment for real because it took a little minute, but they worked with me. Those guys. Rest in peace to Coach Rock, man. I love him, Coach Burrows. The whole staff, Coach Lou, Hasty, all the man, they worked with me throughout my whole junior year because I was still like this basketball. We used to play for fun at the Boys and Girls Club, but I
Mm.
never took it serious. Like I never played AAU before that. Like I ain't really playing no other leagues like that. So like right there, that's when it like hit me, and I'm like, okay, like I'm liking what I'm doing. And then that year, I really didn't play that much. I was on the bench, but like they would put me in towards the end of games just to get some experience, and I'm watching these guys, I'm learning,
Yeah,
and I'm seeing what the camaraderie is. Like this is what I'm picking up on. Okay, like just being around dudes, joking, and seeing all these people that got the same love for the game. It's like okay, I like this. And then that summer going into my senior year, that's when it really switched because I remember every day after the season, literally every single day, Coach Burrows would have me in the gym by myself, just working. I'm talking about working. Like hey,
this was after your junior year, going into your senior.
going into my senior year, like he saw something in me that I ain't even see in myself. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so like he will. I'm talking about he had me in the gym religiously every single day. Couldn't be late. Soon as the bell rang, ain't no talking to friends. No, come straight to the gym, change, and we get into it. And
yeah,
I'm talking about every single day. He didn't miss a day. He had me in there working, working, working. Even on the weekends, like he would have me in there working. But the man was so like he was like a good father figure to all the players. Like my mama would even tell, hey, you need to it's time to go to the gym. Like ain't no sleeping in, none of that.
yeah,
Like he had her buy into the system, which was good because I mean, I think that's where I found my love for the game at. And that's what keep me going. That's what got me here today. You
mm,
know, not to skip ahead, but I know a lot of people that play overseas
hmm,
but don't last long because like you got to be mentally strong. You're not playing in front of your family and your friends like that.
yeah, yeah,
You playing in front of a bunch of strangers that probably don't speak your language. They probably don't know the game like They probably don't even like you for real.
yeah,
So like you gotta be mentally strong. You gotta really love what you do to wake up every day and be like, oh, I'm about to go out here and give everything I got.
yeah. Nah,
So
so
that
now go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say so that summer going into my senior year at Dillard, that's where I found my love for basketball at. That's what keep me going every single day.
Now you said that Coach Burrows, right, legendary coach in Fort Lauderdale. For those that that don't know, you said he seen something in you that you didn't see in yourself. How
Yeah.
important? Because I think like I'm an educator, bro, in high school, and I work with high school kids all the time, and I see kids that don't even see their own greatness. And to be honest, I I speak because I knew I had the gift to speak. But the only reason why I pursued the career to speak is because somebody after one of my speaking engagements down there at the crib in Fort Lauderdale at Reitman Boys and Girls Club, he make a long story short, he was like, "Hey, I see your passion." I'm like, "Huh?" He was like, "No, I see your passion." And he seen something in me that I
Mhm.
didn't see. Like, how important do you think it is for adults to speak life into into young adults or just into people in general, how important you believe that is, man, to speak life to people?
It's very important, man, because like sometimes we get so lost in our surroundings that we like if no one is encouraging you, if they're not speaking that life into you, then sometimes you end up going down the path that you didn't really want to go down. You just followed that path because it was the trend and it looked cool. But when you got like real teachers, when as a young man, when you got like the father figures if they see this potential in you, they see what you can be before you even see it.
Yeah.
It'll help you get out of your comfort zone. It'll help you, kind of be something bigger than what you thought you could ever be.
Sure.
And as a young black man, like we all need that. We all need that. And I think like, having them in my life, like they really groom me to be like the man that I am today.
For
And
sure.
every time I see them, I always tell them that, like, man, I love y'all, man. Like y'all really kept me going.
That's what's up though, bro, because like we need people like that, man. Like, when having my own kids, I really understand the saying, man, it takes a village. Like it take a village, bro. It take a village with my wife and I, but then my in-laws, right? And then you know what I'm saying, my parents in Florida, then my kids' teachers. Like it all take a village, bro, to really raise up or pour into people in general, man, to help mold us into who we become, man. And so that definitely is powerful, man. So you're going into your senior year. Like when did like recruiting start picking up for you? As far as like, man, when you start to say like, hey, I could go far with this game. Like when did that happen for you?
So like right before my senior year, Coach Burrows and we had another coach dude named Coach Marty Silent. Love him too, man. Great guy. Like they always I think once they seen once they seen like how hard I work and like the effort I was willing into putting getting better, like they kept me around basketball. So like Coach Burrows will always have me in the gym working out. Coach Marty, he used to run this camp. It was a 5-star basketball camp. And
Yeah,
he used to always have me either like working, like playing in the camp or working at the camp. So like me still being like I'm like a baby in the basketball world. Like I'm around, like I see all these bigger time players and I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to be as good as them. Like I see all these recruits in here for them, all these coaches. And I'm like, I want to be good as them. And then so like just being around, I started rubbing elbows with some of these coaches, and then going into my senior year, this is when like, okay, now I'm starting.
yeah,
Now I got a lot better. Now, I'm dunking on people now.
yeah. Y'all was because you and Corey, y'all get the same year, ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Twin Towers, bro. Yeah.
And so like we had my senior year, my junior year, we was good too. We went to the semifinals. We lost to Lake Howell, which was Nick Calathis and Chandler Parsons. For the people that don't know, Chandler both of them played in the NBA for a long time.
Yeah, yeah,
But so my senior year, our goal was to get back and win it. So I knew I had to be a lot better. So my senior year, man, our team was stacked, man. We had a lot of fire on that team, man. And like even the players, man, like my senior right before going into my senior year, my teammates, they still like really my really good friends to this day. They the ones that got me into AAU. I played 1 year at AAU and I played with those guys, and man, I wish I would have played AAU like earlier in life. I ain't know how fun it was.
yeah. Yes,
Man, we traveling around,
y'all playing.
huh?
Yeah, I said y'all playing every weekend, traveling. Yeah,
Man, every weekend you everywhere. Like I'm not home no more. This is what I like. I'm just so used to being at home on the weekend doing nothing. Now I'm all over Florida. Just man, I was having a ball. So that right there got me better as well. And I think that's what helped with my recruitment. Now that people are seeing me,
yeah,
and like just when we started out our senior year, like we started out we started out good. Preseason we was beating everybody, and then the season started. We was good already, and the more we won, the more like coaches and stuff was looking at me, and Coach Burrows always had me. He always brought the attention to us. Like every player on the team, he would always have scouts, calling, they sending you letters and stuff like this. But a lot of the times, like with the letters and stuff, he was smart about it. He ain't really like throw all that at me right away. It's just like he would always inform you like, okay, people are watching you, whatever. But I guess to not get so full of yourself. Like he was smart. He know how to keep you like grounded for real. So,
Yeah.
I didn't like the recruitment and stuff. Like I knew, I knew people was talking about me. I knew people, some teams wanted me. It wasn't nothing major at the time, but after the season ended, we had a great season. We ended up winning state, and then that's when he really was like, okay, you got these teams want to look at you, all these teams interested in you. And he helped me with that. He helped me throughout the whole thing, man. And that's when I remember the coaches from Marshall. They was into Corey.
Mhm.
Like they was into Corey. I tell Corey this all the time to him. When he hears this, he gonna get mad. But nah. So they wanted Corey bad, So they came to open gym one day. We used to always play every day after school. I mean, that's just what we do. We love basketball. So they came one day, and the thing was, when the coaches from the school, that when they come to see you, we're gonna make you look good.
Yeah.
So we let Corey do what he do and all this, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I'm here to hoop. Man, I was killing Corey.
Yeah.
And I remember, man, right after we finished playing, the Coach Jones, he came and talked to me outside. He was like, man, I like what I see, man. He was like, you're a great player. I love the energy, all this. He was like, I want to offer you right now. I
Oh,
was, oh, snap, and it was just so, it was like, that was the first time a coach ever came to me and said that. So
yeah.
now I'm like, oh, man, like, I can really, like, make something happen from this.
Yeah.
So I talked to Coach Burrows, and I ended up taking a visit to Marshall, and then I came back. It was cool. One of the major things to me about that was I knew Corey had committed there, and then me going there with somebody that I know, that my childhood friend, like, I'm like, this is gonna be even better. I'm not going up there blind. I don't know nobody. I know somebody.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of my biggest that was one of the biggest things that like helped my decision.
Gotcha.
You know.
So, bro, you got offered not off, just a pickup run, but I mean your great season, senior season, but then to ball out in a pickup game, bro. And that's what I try to tell the kids, bro, because you never know who watching.
Nope.
My
Don't.
wasn't a pickup game, but the dude is similar to you. So Coach Diaz, he not a head coach. He just got the head coach job at Duke football team, right? So, but he came. We played St. Thomas my senior year, and he was there too. You might know Antoine Davis.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Twan. So Twan, he was recruiting Twan. He came to the game to recruit Twan. And he ended up seeing me at the game. So he recruited both of us. We both went to MT. He was my roommate. But the point is, they weren't coming to the game for me at all. They was coming to see him. While they was there to see him, they seen me. And so it's crazy. Similar story on that, man. And crazy. I ain't gonna say I almost went to Marshall, but I almost took a visit to Marshall, bro. But I wasn't really vibing with the recruiter, and I never took the visit. But that's what's up though, bro. That's a crazy story, bro. So you make a decision, you go to Marshall, you get to Marshall. How was that? Like, how was that first workout? Because the first workout I had in college, bro, I'm gonna quit, bro. I was ready to tap out, bro. We worked out, we ran, and we did 7-on-7 in the same day. I said, bro, hold on, we gonna do all. We ain't gonna run one day. We ain't gonna lift weights one day. Then man, bro. They said this was back when running shoes weren't popular. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We were
Mm-hmm.
school shoes. So
Yeah.
working out. They said, yeah, bring your running shoes. I said, oh, so I could wear sneakers. I ain't got to wear cleats. They was like, yeah. Boy, I went out there in forces.
Oh man.
I ran,
No.
I ran 10 110s in forces, dog. Boy, hey, y'all, but if my homeboy, we be talking about it. They be like, man, JK, bro. And we thought you was gonna quit the first day, bro. Hey, it crossed my mind though, bro. So like, how was that first workout, bro, at Marshall, man?
Man, I remember my first workout was pretty tough because I know we had like, so we would have an individual workout. You know, it's just like it's a few of the players they put in the group, and I remember I'm working out, and I'm like, man, you know, like I'm tired. You know, and our workout was probably about an hour and a half, maybe an hour, maybe I'll say an hour, but like it's nonstop,
Yeah.
nonstop. And when it's like 3, 4 people, it's probably about 3 people in a group. Yeah, you gonna get your reps up. So, man, I know that first hour it killed me, and I'm like, all right, I made it through this. It's over. Man, you got to go to weights right after that, and weights is me coming out of high school. You know, I was a thin dude. Like I remember when I first got to school, they put me on the scale. I was 198.
Yeah. How
I
tall?
was one
How tall are you?
6'11".
11, bro. 7
Yeah.
patience. Boy, you're 7 feet, bro.
So I was about I was
Okay.
about 6'9", 6'9", 198. I'm a pencil.
Yeah, yeah.
So like their whole goal was we gotta put some weight on you. So man, they used to kill me in the weight room. I'm talking about this was when they had after weights. They used to make me chug the. You remember when Gatorade had the protein shakes?
Okay. I thought you said muscle milk or just Gatorade protein.
No, it was the Gatorade muscle milk though, but it was in the little silver in the aluminum joint.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
they would give me cases of them to take to the dorm room.
It's
I'm
home.
drinking them saying, yeah, man. And right after weights, I'm like, okay, now we finally finished. Got to go back downstairs and we playing pickup. Man, bro, I was dead. I remember going back to my dorm room. I slept the rest of the day.
Yeah, yeah,
Rest of the time, I was so tired, man. But that's when I realized, like, this is what you got to do to, like this is how you survive here.
sure.
And I knew I had to get in even better shape. So my first year, I ended up like redshirting. I sat out my first year just to, get like my body right and like just to work out more, just to get better.
Yeah,
And that helped a lot, man. Like that year sitting out, it helped a lot because I matured a lot. I got to actually like feel what it's like to be a college student and just like get used to like being on my own, being away from home. So that helped a lot right there. And a lot of things like that. Like I mean now it's a lot different, like I think like being a college student then and now it's different because we was struggling back then.
hey,
We actually
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, not no boy living. Hey, not no boy
yeah.
stay by 7, 8 years in college. You feel me? Hey, nah, they living. Hey, they living right, man. They eating good, bro. The NIL check, bro, is taking care of them, and then scholarship money. They get more of that, so you get NIL on scholarship money. Man, that John crazy, bro. It's crazy, dog. So
I wish we had that.
and tell me about it, bro. Tell me about it. So when you, bro, being 6'11", so you're an anomaly, bro. Like you are. I heard somebody said, man, like basketball players are like modern day giants. Like when we look at the Bible, David and Goliath. Goliath, his whole, his family, they were giants, right? That's what like
Mhm.
he come from giants, right? So y'all are our modern day giants. Like, bro, like how it is being 6'11" every day, like going to the mall, getting jeans, getting shoes, shirts. Like you can't just pull up in the store and get what I get because I'm a little below the average male height. So like how is it, bro? Like being or do you even think about it? Because it's like, man, I've been this my whole life. Like, how is that though, bro?
Um, yeah, now I don't really think about it like that. But I remember when the first time it actually hit me that I was tall. When so in remember I told you like my going into my junior year, I hit my growth spurt. I grew 9 inches. I went from 6 foot to 6'9" over that summer. And that's when I started playing basketball.
Yeah.
But I remember my sophomore year, I wasn't that tall, but coming back to my junior year, I remember I'm walking and we in school and I bumped into somebody and he like, hey man, he turned around and he looked up at me. He was like, oh my bad, man. And that's when it hit me. I'm like, well, I'm a big dude out here now. you
Out with your chest, hey, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
hey,
I got my chest out now, like shoulders back now. I'm here.
hey,
And ever since then, like that's when I kind of, I kind of felt it like, okay, I'm a big person now, and just like traveling the world, like playing overseas and stuff. Like here, being in Japan, like everything here is not made. Nothing here is made for a tall person. So like when I go out places, people they still look at me like, oh man, you so tall, this and that. They want to take pictures and like you get used to it, but to for myself, I don't really pay too much attention to it. But like when we traveling and stuff like that, I can't really fit on planes and stuff, or like in the cars, I can't really fit. I go to the mall. Yeah, I actually don't even go to the mall to be honest with you.
So
If
how
I
you
do, if
clothes? Like just all online?
I'm an online shopper, man. If I do go to the mall, it's maybe I get like a hat, get a shirt or something. I might be able to get some shoes because I wear a 14, so that's like they
Yeah,
yeah they may have like one or two of them in the store depending on the shoe. I can find some forces in the store maybe.
what
Yeah.
about the J's though? It's hard to find the J's in the
You not no sir. You got to sneaker app them things.
yeah. So man, just college. And you play your college career, man. What do you think is the greatest lesson you take from college? Like just your time in college, red shirt, hooping. What would you say, like, man, your greatest lesson that you could share with young adults in college? Like, what if somebody say, man, I'm going to college next year? Like, what advice would you give me? Like, what advice would you give a young?
Um, my advice would be that never go there thinking you're gonna be the best thing because there's always somebody better than you. When I got to school, my mindset like leaving Lauderdale, I'm thinking like, man, I'm going to college, like I'm about to go here, go crazy. I'm about to destroy everybody. Man, I get to school and all of these guys is better than me. Not just one, everybody's better than me. So like I had to reconstruct my mindset and I had to, like look at it like, okay, if I want to be good, I have to watch. I got to be a student of the game. This is where I start to learn. This is where I learned I have to actually watch basketball, not just play. I had to become a student. I had to watch film. I had to learn how to read plays. I had to actually learn how to watch another player like and break down his game. And this is what made me become more intelligent. This is what made me become like it made me a better player because now I'm like, I'm not just gonna beat you in skill,
Yeah,
now I can outsmart you.
yeah,
And like they say, like even in football, it's a lot of games within the game.
mhm,
And I think that every player should just go into this situation like I'm not the best, but I want to be the best. So I'm gonna work to be the best. Don't just go in there thinking like it should be given to you. Like this is what I did in high school. Y'all rolled a red carpet out for me. No, because it's gonna be a lot of people that's better than you. And if you go in there with that mindset, you're gonna get embarrassed, man.
nah, for
You're
sure.
gonna get embarrassed.
So I know football wise, breaking down film, right? Breaking down a player, tendencies. Like I never heard it from a basketball player. Like, so when you breaking down the player, what's the first thing? Like, how do you break them down? Do you break them down just their favorite move, or man, they favor they left handed, they dominant, they pull up off the dribble with their right hand. Like, how do you break down a player? Like, when you scouting them, getting ready to play against them.
So for me, first thing I do, I would look at like I would look at like how the player's energy. I would look at like how they moving up and down the court. And if I see they kind of like, they kind of lollygagging up and down the court, they're not really like sprinting and every play. I mean, you can't really sprint every single play, but they're not really giving their effort on both ends like that. And then I would look at like like which which hand they're gonna drive, which side they're gonna drive to. If you right-handed, most of the time, they'll drive to the right majority of the times. Or sometimes if they ambidextrous, they can go either way. me being I'm more of a defensive player first, so that's what I'm gonna look at. And then I'm gonna look at like do they have any like moves? So, say if they're trying to go right and I cut them off going right, what are they gonna do next?
Yeah.
Are they gonna go between the legs? Are they gonna spin? Or are they just gonna stop and get stuck and then just get a ball up? So I look at a lot of different things, but for the most part, the first thing I do is I look at someone's energy because I know me, like for me, I'm an old school player. Like, I like that's how I think. I'm gonna talk trash to you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna run you to death. And defense, like the way I look at it, you're not about to score on me. And if you score me once, you're not doing it again. So
Yeah.
like I'm gonna give you a hard time. So that's what when it comes to like scouting a player, I look at that. And also I look at how tough they are. Like when they get bumped, when they get fouled, like how do they react? If I see you when you get fouled and you complaining to the refs, oh, I got you. Because I'm gonna foul you hard one time and you're gonna be out of it mentally.
Yeah.
So,
Who would you say your favorite, your best player you ever went against? Boy, they gave me that hurt, boy. Like, who would you?
one of the toughest matchups for me. Um, man, I would say when I was in college,
Mhm.
this dude he went to James Madison, this dude named David Bowles. And what's so crazy, I ended up playing against him out here in Japan a few years ago. We ran into each other, but this was the first time somebody gave me 30. Man, this man had every move in the book. It was either it was either him or he ain't scoring me like that because I wasn't really guarding him, but this dude named Andrew Nicholson. He played for the Magics. But both of these dudes, they were big dudes. And when I say they footwork was crazy, it was like playing against like how or like comparing them to Elijah Wan.
Okay.
Like how they say his footwork was crazy because he played soccer.
Okay.
Man, these dudes, their footwork was crazy. Like I'm talking about crazy. But they both was really good players. And I mean to like the common person, the basketball fan, maybe they don't really know who they are, but when I say these dudes was good, like they were good, good. But I mean, I seen a lot of basketball. You see a lot of great talent that you probably won't see in the NBA. Some of the best players I ever seen are not in the NBA.
Mm. You said
Like,
something, bro. So let it. I'm glad. Say that one more time, bro. Can you say that one more time?
yeah, like nah. Some of the you gonna see some of the best talent in the world that's not playing at the highest level,
Yeah.
and it don't mean that they not good. It's just like sometimes it's all like. So when I was in the D League, you have a meeting. We had a meeting for all the young players, and they're gonna tell you that getting into the NBA, the biggest thing is timing and luck. It ain't about your skill level. It's not so much about what you can do, but it's about knowing the right people. Just like the timing just has to be, the stars have to align for you. And a lot of it has to do with luck. But man, like some of these people that I've hooped with and like I see in these countries, man, you would be like, dude, how are you not in the NBA?
Yeah. Man,
How are you?
you saying that, bro, is what how I feel about like the NFL, right? And it's in the NFL is even more because it's like I feel like y'all basketball, it's a skill game, right? Like, bro, it's a tall man game. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of that, and not saying like it's great players that might not be tall. But like even like when I look at the NFL, I try to tell people like, look, man, like it's so many players that could play in the league. It just ain't enough spots. And like you said, man, timing by the grace of God, like everything got to work out. Who you know, what you know. If your coach had connections,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying if where you hurt when it came around, your size, whatever the case may be, So I just like to, I think because I believe that, bro. Like when I was playing in the arena league. I used to believe like, dang man, if I ain't making it in the NFL, I guess I wasn't good enough. And I had to get out of that mindset and realize, like,
Mhm.
bro, I'm seeing people I know or I outplayed in college or whatever the case may be. I see them in the league and I'm like, bro, it ain't that I'm not good enough. It's just it wasn't meant for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's
And
it.
and once I understood that, man, this is where God want me to play. I'm like, hey, I gotta be great on my level. And that's what my goal and my mindset was, man. And so like with you, like playing in different leagues, like how did you, because I'm sure, or has it, or was it a time where you was like, man, I wish I was in the league, or like have you just focused, say, man, you know what? I'm thankful. Like I'm still a one percenter. Like I'm still playing pro ball, making a good living, doing what I love to do. Like how did you balance that mindset of like wanting to be in the league, but not being in the league, but cherishing where you are? Cause it's a blessing, bro, to still be playing pro ball, dog.
So I mean, in the beginning, like of course, like once I left school, even in school, like I'm playing, like I'm working out, I'm training every day, I'm playing hard to be in the NBA.
Yeah.
That was the goal. And then I mean, like once I played in the D League, like, that's when I really seen that like I can play here. Like I can play on the top level. Like there's nothing separating me from, any of these big time centers. Like the only difference is that they have that opportunity right now,
Yeah.
but once like when I was in the D League, I won a championship. I played with a lot of great guys. And the thing with basketball is like the summertime for us, like that's when you'll be playing in pickup runs against some of these big time players. Like, I've been in the pickup games with all types of players. I mean, I played with players like John Wall. You're gonna play with guys John Morant's and Summer League, like the pro-ams and stuff, the Miami pro-ams, you playing against all these big name players. So like if for me, it's like even if I know I'm not there, I know I can play with these guys. I can play on the same level as them. So I think that right there got me out of the mindset of like thinking like, man, like I need to be here. Why I'm not here, and it take that away. It take that thought out your mind, and it just helped me like love where I'm at. Like like I say, it's a lot of great players overseas. It's a lot of ex NBA players overseas, and everybody's the same way. It's like we love this game, so no matter where we at, we gonna play. We still able to provide for our families, and we still able to do what we love at the end of the day. And I think that's the biggest blessing of it all. Just being able to do what you can and what you love to do, because when it's gone, it's gone. So I embrace it while I still have it.
Nah, for sure, man. And I like how you looked at it, because you got that confirmation. Like, man, I just played alongside these people. I know
Hmm.
just as good, if not better. And because I have that within myself, it don't matter where I'm at. I know that.
Hmm.
And it's crazy, bro, because like even my experience is similar. Like, man, I didn't train with Patrick Peterson. I didn't train with Tyron Matthew, the Honey Badger. I didn't train with Jalen Ramsey. And I'm seeing them, and they great players, bro. You get what I'm saying? But I'm like, hey, hey, I'm confident in what I'm doing right next to him. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, if these all pro future Hall of Famers. So I'm like, shoot, at least I know I can compete. I see the drills we doing. I see my footwork look like them, my hips look like them. So I'm like, hey, and now like when I think about it, I be watching football, I be like, dang, when it, sometimes I have those moments, but I'm like, bro, I know I could have played in the league, right? And but like you said, man, I'm grateful for my career and everything, man. So how long you think how long you want to keep playing, bro? Like,
Whew, man, for me, like I like what I'm doing, so I think I can go for another. I'm 34 now, and I think I can go for another 6 years. I know a dude out here, he's 42, he's still at it. I'm talking about he's still a dog.
hey, Tom Brady. I say he got the Tom Brady years. Hey,
Yeah, man. As long as you take care of your body and like you treat your body well, your body gonna treat you well. So I work out a lot. I eat right. I stretch. I'm lifting. I'm doing what I need to do to maintain, and it's paying off for now. So you
that's
know.
play as long as you desire to, bro. And that's big. And I think what you just said was so important, man. You treat your body right, your body will treat you right, man. And you see that, man. Longevity, still playing at a high level, man. And man, I do wanna as we, prepare to close, want to talk about, man, just life off the court, man. I see you wrote a children's book, The Little Hooper. You got your podcast, The Other Side of the Game podcast, man. Talk about your book, man. Like what went into you writing the book, man, and becoming an author, man. And tell us a little bit
Um,
where we could find it, the whole nine.
so like the book, me, I always I wanna do things, like I don't just want to be looked at as like he's just an athlete, he's just a basketball player. I feel like I have other talents elsewhere. And, I always like I don't have kids right now, so my thing is like when I do have kids, I want them to be able. I want to give them something that will inspire them. I want to kind of tell my little story, and this was just like a vision I seen of like if I had a son, like and he was into basketball. This is how I think it would go. He
Yeah,
would wake up every day like wanting to play me one on one, and like that. That's how it went for me. So I just kind of expressed, what I was feeling, and it just came out like that. And I was very happy when I wrote that book, man. It means a lot to me. And I'm actually working on I'm working on volume 2 of it, like expanding the characters and stuff. So I'm doing that, man. I love the whole writing of the books, man.
definitely. I got to go get where can I and those that are listening and go and listen. Where can they including myself get a copy? Cause my son he be hooping, bruh, and I walking in the house today. She say, LeBron James. I said, what you know about? He the best player ever. My daughter is 3, bro. He's 3.
No,
I'm like, bro, it's just hilarious. And my son had on some Jordan. Well, we all had Jordans on for Christmas. And my wife was like, hey, what kind of Jordans them is? I mean, she said, what kind of shoes them is? She said, LeBron James. We was like, Jordans. Nah, they the LeBron James. How she be saying it, bro? But like, where can we get your book, bro? 'Cause I would love to read that to my kids, man.
So you can go on my website, spikesworld.com. It's definitely on there. For you, I'm gonna actually send one. I'm gonna have one sent to you. I'm once I get back into the States, man, I'm gonna get my hands on one. I'm gonna sign it for you, for you and the family. I'm gonna send it out there to you. And I'm also send you some merch that I'm coming out with. You
Yeah,
know, I had my Spikes World line a couple of years ago, but I'm getting back into it, and we're coming back out with some new things. And I'm gonna send that to you, and by that time, I should have the second book out. So I'm gonna get both of them out to you, man. And on
that's
my podcast, The Other Side of the Game, I gotta have you on there as well.
hey.
You on there, man.
Come on now, man. I see you doing great things, man. Like I from your title, I could get the idea, but like explain a little bit more like behind your podcast, the title, Other Side of the Game, and like what's like your theme or your focus when when you talk about your episodes. 'Cause I see you have guests on there and the whole nine.
So for me, like for that, it's just like everybody you see the popular side of basketball, you see the NBA, you see the glamorous side, you see the money and the superstar players, but there's more to it, there's the other side where that you don't see like the players that's really good that don't make it to the NBA, but they still over here grinding, they still kings, they just don't get their crown.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
that's what it's about, man. I try to shine light on these guys and get their thoughts and their insight, tell their story. And I also want to give back to the youth, the kids that's following in, the same career path, just to help them out. Maybe like so they can hear something that, they can take, and then like, okay, if I want to get to the league, I got to do this. I didn't know I had to do this, but let me do this, and this may help better my chances of getting there. Maybe
Yeah.
I need to like talk to these people or whatever the case may be, and it may help me increase my chances of, getting to my dream. So that's my whole goal, man, is to give back and just let, people that go unseen, unheard of, and let them tell their story.
Man, I think, man, I think that is huge, man, and so important because, I think a lot of times, man, even growing up, all we knew was the NBA, right? When we talk about
Mm-hmm.
it, and then all we knew was the NFL. And when you get older and to the game, and then you become a pro, you like, yo, I'm a pro. Like I'm still a one percenter. I just
Mm-hmm.
popularity of a Patrick Mahomes, right? You know what I'm saying? I just don't have, but I'm still a pro. I still could talk about the game, or I still could talk about the experiences of being a pro to a certain extent, right? For in my case, I can't relate all the way, but I think you can relate at an even greater level to those in NBA because you was in there, like you said, you won a championship in the NBA, the D League, man, and that's amazing accomplishment because championships don't come around like they don't grow on trees, bro. You feel me? So
No.
the fact that you won that championship is huge, man, and I think that's inspiring what you're doing for the kids to let them know, like, look, man, it's so many other um opportunities in the world to be a pro basketball player, to be successful, and be able to increase your brand like you, bro. And man, just my last question I got for you, and then I allow you to ask one question. I allow my guests to ask one question, bro. Normally I don't give them a heads up, but I just gave you a head. But just overall, bro, like what when you're done playing, in 10 years, right? Because you're gonna get to
Mhm.
however long you want to play, bro. But you're gonna get in your 40s, your Tom Brady on, bro. What you plan on doing transitioning, or what you want to transition into when you say, man, look, I'm good, I'm done. What do you plan? What
Um, so for that, my family they always throwing like coaching at me,
yeah, yeah.
but I told them like I really, I'm really not into coaching. If I do coach, it'll be like if I have a kid and they want to pursue basketball, I'll coach them a little bit as in their younger years. But then when they get of age, once they grow up, then I kind of, let them be coached by someone else so they can learn the game from someone else and not just from their dad. But I think for me, I want to be like more of just like a businessman. I want to I love business, man. Like I love the thought of like having a company, like like a Fortune 500 company or something like that. Like I want to get out the car with my suit on one day, and I walk in, how you doing, Mr. Spikes? Good morning. I want that kind of.
Yeah,
So
yo,
yeah, like my what I'm doing right now is I'm setting myself up for that. So like I'm investing, I'm opening, I'm starting little smaller businesses here and there, and I'm feeding them, hoping that they'll grow into something that will that like at some point they'll be working, they'll be a self-sufficient business, where I can just pop in every now and then, and I'm still just like having passive income come in. So I think, yeah, at the end of the day, I just want to be like an entrepreneur, but like I just want to be a businessman, And then I also, like I'll probably train kids, basketball wise, because I grew up working at the basketball camp. So I still, I feel like I have to give back.
sure.
I can't let just like all my knowledge and, like what I know and what I can help people with, I can't let that go to waste. So that's my goal too, as well, to give back. And um as like being in Japan, I know I want to start something here as well. Like since like our basketball culture in America is very big, we got a lot of stuff for kids to do during the summer. So I'm trying to bring that here. I'm trying to bring basketball camps here. I'm trying to start the first like summer league here. They don't have that here. So yeah, I'm working on that, man. I'm trying to do some things, man, and I'm just in God's will. It all come to life for me.
For sure, man. So I mean, you've been over a long time. Do you see yourself like settling down, getting married over there? Or you think you know come over to the States? Like where you see yourself like residing? You know, I know.
I mean, no, I'll reside. You know, America is that's my home, man. There ain't no place like America. You know, I'll reside there. I settle my roots down there. But I mean, right now it's just like right now I'm just putting in the work to set, you know, my family up and you know, my grandchildren and great grandchildren. I'm setting up for them, you know, so I have to be the one to put in the work, and it is what it is, but you know, I don't mind doing it.
Yeah, that's dope though, bro. Because I mean, it's powerful. And I think what the young adults, man, even myself, man, listening to you could take really from what you're saying, man, is that to be a forward thinker, right? Life is what you're doing is bigger than you. Like, yeah, you're enjoying it, and it's you. And when you dunking and blocking and doing all the amazing things, they calling your name, but at the end of the day, you know it's bigger than you, and it's like you said, it's for your kids, and the people that would carry on the Spike's last name. And so that's good that you're thinking about that because I think a lot of times, man, we could get so caught up on ourselves and our feelings. I'm pretty sure some days you don't feel like working out. Some days you don't feel like
Mhm.
lacing them up, right? But when you start to think about the people doing it for and your last name, man, it's that motivation. So man, I end, man, my show with allowing my guests to ask me one question. It could be about what we talk about right now, the topic, or it could be about, you know, saying anything, man. So I do allow my guests to ask me one question. Since I asked all the questions, you could turn the interview, man, interviewer.
No, I got a question for you. You know, I watch what you do, man, and I see that you are just like your dad. You know, you are a great father. Like I'm talking about a great black father. So I want to know, how does that feel to hear that? Like when people tell you, like, JK, man, you a good dude, but you a great dad.
Yeah.
Like
Nah,
I see you always put your family first. So how does that feel? Like, you know, knowing that you are that.
man, it feels. I appreciate that. Appreciate the compliment, man. I can't, man. Glory be to God, because it is. Um, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You feel me? But definitely rewarding, bruh. And I just know that at the end of the day, I knew from my experience. Did you know my? Well, you know my dad, right?
Yeah.
You know he was my stepdad. I don't know. Like he not my
No,
father.
I did not know that. I did not know
Yeah,
that.
so that's crazy. So my dad, who you know, right, Coach Perry, my stepdad. So my biological, but I don't refer to him as my stepdad. That's all I know. Like since I was born,
Hmm.
he was there. He met my mom. My biological father left my mom when she was pregnant with me. So my dad that you know and my mom met while she was pregnant. They became friends, and you know the whole nine or whatnot. But so growing up and realizing that I didn't have that relationship with my biological father, and then the first time that I seen him was on mistake. I was at a lot of the Lakes Little League game, bro, junior year in high school. And make a long story short, my mom high school friend, one of her friends, me and his son played together at Deerfield. So we played BA. I had to play out.
Hmm.
And after the BA game, I went to the lot of the Lakes playoff game. So he was like, "Hey," he was like, "Jeremy, man, you ever seen your dad before? Met your dad?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "You want to meet him?" I was like, "Mm-hmm." Where I was a kid, he like nonchalant. I don't know, but in my heart of hearts, yeah, I did want to meet. I want to see him, right? So we took about like 20 steps, and he pointed. He was like, "Man, there he go right there." And as I sit, this is my first time ever seeing my biological father. He's coaching kids. And I'm like, man, my biological father coaching kids that's not even his, and his own son had a playoff game, and he didn't come to the game. And I'm
Man,
like, oh. And then months later, you remember the Stowe Websters? They had all the athletic.
yeah.
We coming out of so fast forward, that was in the fall football season. So fast forward to spring football, that same school year, but you know, the next year. So I'm coming out and me and my mom coming out of Webster's, and my mom was like, "Hey, Mr. Kellem, you see my son?" And I look, I'm like, what's she talking about? I'm the only Mr. Kellem here, right? And she was like, then he said, "Yeah, I know who he is." And I was like, oh, like my mind it clicked because I forgot how he
Hmm.
looked. You know what I'm saying? You see him one time, and then 6 months later you see him again. And I forgot how he looked. I said, "Oh, that's him, right?" And man, so we left Webster's while we was driving. I said, "Man, you think I should have said something?" She's like, "It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do?" I was like, "Man, turn around." So we went to Webster's, waited for him to come outside. Then when he finally came outside, I was like, I got out of the car. I was like, "Man, why you lied to my mama? Talking about you know me." I was like, "You don't even know me, man." He was like, "Yeah, I do know you." Man, he used to be like in barbershop. It was like on some All American. I don't know if you watched the show All American.
Yeah, yeah.
All American stuff, bro. Like my first college game at FAU. When I was at MT, we played FAU. Bruh, I looked up in the stands. I seen the dude sitting by himself. Bruh, it was him. After the game,
Man.
I was like, she was like, my mom was like, yeah, what I'm saying? He was at the game. I'm like, dang, I did see somebody sitting up by himself. So that experience, bruh, there's no Kellem man that I got a relationship with. I go to the doctor say, man, do you know if this runs in your family? I'm like, I don't know. Like
Mm.
no granddaddy, no Kellem granddaddy, no Kellem uncle, no I think my biological father had sons, you know what I'm saying, but I don't have no relationship, no Kellem brother. So there is nothing that I got that I could relate to as a man that who as a Kellem man, right? And so like I'm going, bro, the front you see the little front. I don't even know if my family go ball. You feel me? I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm in the chair, bro. I'm in the chair. And then my son went in the chair. My son got his hair cut first. And then I got back in the chair. My barber say, man, y'all got the same hair. So I've been looking at my hair, and some of his is light, like it's taking a longer time to grow.
Hmm.
Oh, dang, he might get that from me. But you know what I'm saying? I don't even have that. You feel me? So to answer your question, bro, is the motivation behind it is knowing how it feels to know that for whatever reason, right? Your biological father didn't want to have nothing to do with you or don't have nothing to do with you is motivation like none other. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be present in my son, my daughter life. I'm gonna be active. I'm gonna be there. I'm rooting you on. You know what I'm saying? I stepped back from coaching football because it was once my kids started getting a little older, like it was too time consuming. So
Right.
my decisions is surrounded by what my wife need first, right,
Mhm.
and what my two kids need, and then but it's a compliment, bro. Like them little rascals, they growing up, bro. They hilarious, dog. My daughter was like, "What up, bro?" I said, "What are you?" I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro?" And then sometimes they tried me one time. They were like, "Man, Daddy, you ain't play no football." I,
Oh man, no.
you know, I said, "Oh, y'all sit down right here. Put that thing on YouTube. Hey,
Yes, sir. Oh,
gotta hey,
y'all gonna watch these highlights.
gotta show them the highlights, bro. So you already know what you in for. You feel me? They gonna try you, but then you put your highlights up and let them know, man. But man, it's a great thing, man. Being a dad, bro. Being the dad of a son, my mini me. But being a girl dad, a little different though. My mom, as soon as she was born, I already went to when she was 21. Cuz I'm like, oh Lord, I'm like, she gonna be literally, bro. I'm in the hospital, bro. I'm like, oh snap, she gonna be 18. Man, she gonna be dating. I ain't gonna be the apple of her eye no more, bro. Hey,
Man,
but when my son was born, you feel me? Oh yeah, bro. We in the.
what's up?
Hey, I'm present in the moment, bro. But when my daughter was born, boy, I went all the way, boy. I'm talking about 18, 19, 20, dating. I'm like, man. But yeah, bro, it's a blessing though, bro. So that was a good question though, for real though, man. But
Congratulations to you on that, man. I can see that, every time I see y'all on the Instagram and whatnot, man, like y'all a loving family, man. It's just good to see, man. It's good to see.
I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it, and man, like I say, man, thank you so much, dog, for taking the time out, waking up earlier than you had to, man. Like I say, y'all that's listening and watching, he's in Japan. He's 15 hours ahead of me. So this is a sacrifice. He just took my podcast global with this, man. First ever episode. So hey, appreciate you taking that thing global, dog. But
No
man.
problem, man.
Hey, keep up the great work. Tell your fam, man. Man, I said, hey, I'm definitely letting my parents know. Hey, I just had Nigel. So when I post it, y'all go watch it. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yes, sir, man. Yeah, tell him I said, hey, man.
Anything you want to say, leave with the people, advice, encouragement. I let you in with the last word, bro.
Nah, for the people out there, man, I want y'all to stay, stay prayed up, stay focused on your dreams. Just give all the glory to God, and put your family first, and whatever you strive for, if you really want it, you will achieve it.
Most definitely, bro. Well, definitely. I ain't gonna hold you up no longer, man. You have a blessed Thursday. I'm gonna have a rest blessed of the Wednesday. But yeah, man, enjoy it, dog. Appreciate you, bro. Keep up the great work. So to close it out for everybody, appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all continue to wake up, striving to win on purpose, be intentional about winning, man. And y'all have a blessed day, man.